games. That's 3 games.
Why don't you shut the fuck up and let
you're
my
wrong.
older, better brother talk?
This is
everybody in the comments say how Kerry's better than Matthew. Everybody comment right now.
No
We're
one
just going
comments on
to
our
be
videos.
real about this.
Welcome back, guys. This is episode 25 of your favorite podcast, Undebatable. My name's Matt.
My name's Michael.
My name's Kerry Abel Jr.
And for our special guest today, hold on one second. Michael, where's Alex? He was supposed to be on the podcast. He's at a ginger convention. Oh, okay. Carry. What about Justin? Where's Justin at?
He's making the pizzas.
What about Dad?
He's in heaven.
Fuck.
What did
Fucking
he say?
left hand didn't even get to stay for my birthday.
Okay, it's okay. Our very, very special guest of today, he is
Our 4th choice.
He's a 10 times Fortnite champion. He's undefeated in fantasy football. His best friend is Devontae Adams. Give it up for Chris. Chris, welcome to the Undebatable podcast. How are you feeling right now, my brother?
I feel great. I'm glad to be here.
You have anything to say about yourself to that fucking camera of those 20 viewers watching?
I love you guys.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Also, Chris, before we start this episode, my boy, special sponsor, Chick-fil-A. We gave Chris the $15 gift card. It's y'all's loss. He got it. Give it up for Chick-fil-A. Someone post a picture of Chick-fil-A right there with Chris.
His best friend gave him that card.
Yeah, Devontae Adams. Alrighty, Chris, and you're our special guest today. Why don't you tell our viewers the topic of today's episode?
So today's topic that we are talking about is, should the Vikings move on from Kirk Cousins?
What did he say?
Let's go.
Who wants to start this topic? Should they Kirk him to the curve?
Get the fuck out of here.
Try to fit it in, y'all. Try to fit it in.
I'm going to go first. I'm a dog.
Go there, brother.
And I'm going to start off by saying the Vikings, you should keep Kirk Cousins.
What did he say?
Now I'm going to look, I'm being honest. I'm going to be objective. I'm not a real big fan of Kirk Cousins. I'm not really a big believer in him. The past couple years he had a couple good years with the Redskins, who were, well, now the football team, but he had good seasons. His passing stats are good. His completion percentage is good. I'm not really a believer on him winning games, but this is why I say keep him. The Vikings have at least a solid quarterback. He's somebody who throws the ball accurate enough to be able to win you games. Am I a firm believer that he's going to be able to take them to the Super Bowl? Not really, but this is the reality of the situation. The NFL, there's a lot of teams have been searching for quarterbacks for a really long time, and a lot of them can't find an average one. So I don't see why it would make sense for the Vikings to move on from Kirk Cousins. Now, this is what Kirk Cousins has done this year that makes me believe in him a lot more. If you paid attention to his stats and the wins that he has, a lot of his wins, he's played great games. The worst part about this season so far for Kirk is his last 3 games. He's played like shit in these last 3 games. And when you go back to that, that's what proves to me that, like, he's not, I feel like, he'll never be the reason why your team's going to go to the Super Bowl. I think if you build talent around him like how he has at the Vikings, I'm not saying they're the great, perfect team, but the truth is that, and you can take last Thursday night game as an example. They were up 29 points, and Kirk was missing key throws. He threw them interceptions. He let the Steelers come back in the game. He has those mistakes. Now, granted, most of the year he hasn't been playing like that, but these last 3 games, when they need to try to get a wild card seed the most, they're not doing it. And he's playing what he gave the Lions their one and only win. And that's terrible, man. The Lions, the Vikings are such a more talented team, and they lost. He has Jay Jettas, He had a not hurt Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, even with him or in or at, with him or out of the lineup. Alexander Madison's good too. They have pieces around him. I'm not saying they're perfect, but my point was, since Kirk first got there, it made me not want to be a fan of his, because literally after Case Keenum and that whole Minnesota Miracle debacle, I literally thought if they get an average or above average quarterback, they're going to Super Bowl. He has not led them in the past years, but my honest opinion is I think it's going to be very hard for them to find a quarterback of the future when it comes to the next couple years. I would try to renegotiate his contract, try to make it a little bit better just for the team to build more pieces, but I think I would keep him at this point because there's not many options.
Okay, I respect that. Chris, you want to go next? How do you feel, bud?
I feel like Kirk Cousins should not continue playing for the Vikings. Reason why is because he is overrated. He has weapons, and I can name them. One of them is Justin Jefferson. One of them is Adam Thielen. He also has Tyler Conklin, and he has Dalvin Cook. His running game is outstanding with him, right? His defense is okay, but they need a lot of work, right? But at the same time, trust me, Kirk Cousins, if you're listening to me, you actually make it to the playoffs, but not the championship. I'm sorry, but you have to go.
But what team did he beat for Michael Carey to know?
He beat the Saints.
That's insane. In the dome, I watched that game.
20 years ago, we beat Brett Favre.
Yeah, we snapped that boy's neck in half.
So you're saying you think Kirk Cousins is overrated. You're saying the people that he has, it doesn't matter. He's not bringing them anywhere. But if Kirk Cousins doesn't get signed, he doesn't sign with the Vikings next year, who do you think the Vikings should sign? Like who or trade for?
If this person actually drops his charges, right?
Gets his charges dropped. Give him that.
I'm sorry, my English is so bad. Anyways, you ready? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Are you sure about it? No, I think that the Vikings should trade is Deshaun Watson.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He still plays?
Michael, put Akon. He's locked up. Yeah, he's locked up.
Oh, no.
So you're saying if he gets his charges dropped, and you're saying that because Deshaun has to choose if he wants to get traded there, you're saying that he should be on the Vikings if the Vikings should trade for him?
Oh, yes.
And you think they're Super Bowl bound?
Yes.
With Deshaun? So that's opposite answers, Michael. He just roasted your dumbass pretty much.
I don't. Okay.
I don't. Okay.
It's cool.
Okay, pretty good. Okay.
You're old, Carrie.
Since Michael went, I think we're just gonna go like this. So I'll go next.
Go.
Oh wait, no, I shouldn't go next. Carrie, I'm sorry, I'm just so stupid. Devontae Adams, you there?
Best friends.
Carrie, say your points. I know your point's the best point in the world. Carrie's the GOAT. Give me that.
I kind of agree with Michael. I'm not crazy about
fuck is that guy?
Kirk Cousins either. As y'all know, Cousins got paid mega millions to be elite. That's why the Vikings signed him. You know, they believed in him. They thought he could be that quarterback to bring him to the Super Bowl, take some championships. They believed he was above average. That's what they thought. During his whole Vikings career, if you literally go look at the stats, and I'm not going to read all the stats to you guys, it's pretty impressive, you know. So everything that the Vikings paid him with that mega $1 million contract was worth every penny, statistically wise. So literally throughout the Vikings career, he's got, you can arguably say, elite stats, right? This pertains to his touchdown interception ratio. This pertains to his total yardage throwing and high completion percentage. Now, this does not affect, what shows for it is his shitty, records he's had with the Vikings. His able to beat, big name teams. His desire to go further in the playoffs once going into playoffs. So this 2021 season at, age 33, his numbers are great again. So what I was noticing this season, Cousins has more yards than Josh Allen, more touchdowns than Dak Prescott, better yards per attempt than Tom Brady, and fewer interceptions than Aaron Rodgers. He has thrown the same number of touchdowns, 25, as Patrick Mahomes, with 7 fewer interceptions, 3. It should be easy to celebrate a player with those credentials, but it's also easy to mock a person who lines up under the guard instead of the center.
Dumb shit.
So that's going to be forever a memorable moment in his career, known for that, just like the Mark Sanchez with the butt fumble, you know? So all that being said, if I was the Vikings GM, like Michael said, you have above average quarterback when it comes to stats. He's not average. He can throw the ball. You know, sometimes, you know, he has off games where he's not as accurate, but he's a good quarterback, makes good decisions. He's kind of a little bit better than a game manager. He has to have a run game to work for him, but you have somebody that knows your system. I wouldn't get rid of him. If I was the GM, I'd be like, look, Kirk, your record doesn't show for it. You got good stats. I would sign you for a 3-year deal, but you're not getting no exclusive $50 million per year, you know, Patrick Mahomes shit. We want a reasonable price for what you're reasonably worth, and that extra money outside of that, we can sign other players to put around you so we can help make this team get you to go to Super Bowl. And that's how I would go about it.
All right, Kerry, your great take. I love it. I was going to copy every word of your take, but I decided not to.
Facts.
I'm going to start off with my point because I want to roast y'all, but I'm not right now. I'm going to say straight up, Kirk, your ass need to go. Kirk, your ass to the curb. You suck. No. Fuck this, man. Kirk, what like Michael stated, dude, put more weapons around him. He'll do better because you're not going to find an above average quarterback like that. Kerry saying he's above average. Yeah, Kirk, you're putting up the stats, but you got receivers. You got a run game. Your defense is okay. That's average. Still, you had chances. If the Vikings want to go to a Super Bowl or either go further past the second round of playoffs, you're not going to do it with Kirk. He's not going to do it. He's not. He's shown time and time again. You just lost to the Lions. You almost lost to the Steelers yesterday after being up 29-0. I need y'all to understand this. Yes, Kirk, he's putting up numbers. Dak Prescott puts up good numbers, has an 8-8 record, didn't go to playoffs. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you're not getting the job done. Michael said they had Case Keenum. They thought, okay, let's get an above average QB. Because all we need, they were in the NFC Championship game against the Eagles with Case fucking Keenum.
And against Nick Foley.
And I need y'all to understand this. The Vikings said, okay, let's get that QB. I'm not going to lie, Kirk, when you were at Washington, what the shit you did with that shitty team was impressive. Y'all didn't have outstanding receivers. I don't know if y'all had like Jordan Reed, Santana Moss. I don't know if you had Deshaun Jackson at the time. I don't know about y'all's run game because I didn't care that much. But your stats were good over there. But bottom line is, the Vikings signed your ass, what is it, 3rd year now or 4th year? And your records, here's been your records to prove what you've done so far. You went 8-7-1 your first year, 10-5 the second year. I think you went to playoffs, but you lost. You went 7-9 the next year, and now you're 6-7, losing to the Lions. I think it's bullshit. I think they can find a better QB than you. I think the shit that you've done, yeah, your stats look decent, 30 touchdowns, 10 picks. But also, you turned the ball over. I heard something from my brother. He turns the ball over like 5 times a year with fumbling. So that adds on to that. You can't. No, but still, you can't expect to win even a Super Bowl with this guy or even go to the Super Bowl with this guy. He cannot lead a team. You had
Lamar Jackson threw 5 interceptions.
I know we're not comparing Lamar.
No,
Jackson.
throwing it out there. Because I know how much MVPs does Kirk Cousins have? None. He's ass.
I agree with this guy.
I need you to understand this, y'all. Kirk Cousins had weapons like Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen, Kyle Rudolph. He's had Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madison. Now he has Justin Jefferson, who's amazing. You're telling me you can't do anything? You're not even playoff bound? You're barely getting a wildcard spot? That's sad. I'm going to end it with that. But you know who I think should sign with the Vikings? Aaron fucking Rodgers. Pull up Brett Favre. Sign with their bitch asses. The Vikings are going Super Bowl bound no matter what. If they have A-Rod on that team, they're going to the Super Bowl the first year. Kirk Cousins cannot lead. I don't care. I'd rather have Taylor Heineke on that Vikings team than Kirk Cousins. He's shown time and time again. Danny, I love you, but baby, no.
What did he say?
Bottom line, Aaron Rodgers, hope you sign with the Vikings. Bring him to a Super Bowl because his bitch ass isn't.
Hey.
That's my point.
I want to ask
How
Matt
do y'all
a question.
feel? Ask me.
I'm
two
gonna
of them.
let Chris talk. I just want to ask Matt one thing.
Ask me a question, brother.
About the Packers, besides like a better receiving core,
Yeah.
they have a all-around better team.
No. I'm going to stop you there.
Wait, I didn't even get to finish.
Because you just said, that's
Oh,
all. Okay,
yeah.
what else were you going to say?
Everything that the Packers have is better. They have
tell
a
me what's
better
better.
run game. The Packers have a better run game.
No, they do not.
No, I'm sorry. Not better run game. That's the only thing they have better. They have a
They don't have a better receiving core, so I don't know where you're losing this one.
Dalvin Cook's the only real difference because the Packers defense is elite.
Okay, Packers defense, yes, it's getting top 10, that's fine. But I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers has done good without a defense. And the Vikings defense can make turnovers. They can cause turnovers. That's fine.
But
Their defense been shitty this year.
But what I'm trying to explain, and the Vikings also did beat A-Rod this year. So it shows how good.
They barely.
But they still beat him. That's still good. But Aaron Rodgers, who do you think Aaron Rodgers would pick? Devontae Adams and Alan Lazard? Or Justin Jefferson, a young receiver, and Adam Thielen, and you got Osborne, and your tight ends are better.
Obviously,
the
we
Vikings
know they
offense
got
is better.
a
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
Aaron Rodgers, pull up Brett Favre. The Vikings offense is completely better than I'd pick Madison and Dalvin Cook over Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon
I like A.J.
any
Dillon.
day.
He's a beast.
Yes, their O-lines are the same. Aaron Rodgers would do amazing on the Vikings. Michael, if you think otherwise, you need mental help, brother.
All right.
What did he say?
Yeah, no. I want Chris to say some stuff because I'll mention what I want to say to
Matthew's
Matthew.
stupid.
It's just a
That's one
question.
I'm not
I'm
stupid.
gonna
I
say.
just proved
Dumbest-
facts.
Okay.
Go, Chris. I love him.
Expose his fat ass.
All right, even though that I am Devontae Adams' best friend,
He is.
okay, I highly suggest that Aaron Rodgers should not pull a Brett Favre.
Why? You would make the Vikings worse?
No, I would rather Aaron Rodgers go with the Saints or make him go with the Broncos.
I know. I was just saying that. Like, if the Vikings give up Kirk, who should they go for? Is A-Rod, because that's going to be the best quarterback next.
But at the same time, if Aaron Rodgers pulls a Brett Favre, do you honestly think that Devontae Adams will go with the Vikings with Aaron Rodgers?
I didn't say that. I don't think he will because they can't sign all that. I'm saying
Devontae Adams is about to sign a mega $1 million
he's gonna
contract
sign it
with the
with someone-
Packers.
yeah.
He's staying with it. Like,
No, I
they're
don't-
in contracts right now.
But that's debatable. But that's not the point. Devontae's not what we're talking about. I just said A-Rod because A-Rod's a massive upgrade over Kirk
Matthew,
Cousins.
but you know why that's such a flawed statement, Matt? You're
How?
saying trade for Aaron Rodgers. There's
No, it's not trade and sign him.
Okay,
Saying when he's a free agent.
Okay, but sign him. Okay, sign him for a free agent, Matt. But I'm saying, other than that, like, there's no quarterbacks that are worth it on the market.
Who would you think would?
There's
Yeah, but
you don't think
Matthew.
Taylor Heineke could boost that team?
No,
Matthew,
Matt.
Oh,
Going
yes,
to
he
2022, he's under contract for one more year.
Yeah, he
so
is.
they would have to cut him and eat $45 million in cap
And they're not
space.
going to do that.
But still, y'all don't think Aaron or trade him?
Can I tell you something? Do you know how many games they've won this year because of Kirk? I don't think we realize. And I actually looked.
You know
back.
how many games they lost because of
It's
Kirk?
the last three. It's just the last
I know, I
three.
know.
The
Michael,
other ones he won.
talking about Kerry, he's acting like the
I just
last
rather
three isn't
talk.
a big amount of games. That's
All
three
right,
games.
why don't you shut the fuck up and
'Cause
let
you're
my
wrong.
older,
All right.
better brother talk?
This is-
Everybody in the comments
All right.
say how Kerry's better than
all right,
Matthew.
I'm gonna
Everybody
say it.
comment
I know.
right now.
No
We're
one
just going
comments
to
on our
be
videos.
real about this. Matthew's like, he can't win games. He can't win games.
It's true.
And I get that point of view, but I look at it as a whole, and I'm not being judgmental, but I'm just saying is, I was taught when I was a kid, and I don't have a picture frame of my dad, and I love him so much, but we'll probably put a funny picture of him back
Yeah, right
there.
there.
But my point is, he once told
With Papa.
me, he's like, son, if your defense lets the other team score them more than 21 points a game, you're never going to win a game. Now he's like, your offense can stay in the game and compete with them. They may be able to beat them, but a lot of times, 8 out of 10, when somebody scores that many points, you're going to lose a game. This year, I'm pretty sure if you go look at the points that all the games that they played, a lot of those games were over 21 points. And the thing is, yes, the Vikings have all those weapons. You would think Kirk Cousins, I don't think is that guy. He's like, you know, he's going to go out there every time going for a touchdown drive. That's not Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins will put points up when he can, you know, complete passes when he can, but he's just not that Aaron Rodgers guy, you know. He's a game manager that needs a run game. The run game's not working. It's going to take him longer to get in a rhythm, which hurts the team going into the end of the game where he's forced to throw that stuff. When he's put behind, that puts him in a position, you know. Oh, okay, I can't. But
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Matt.
Because the point is, I even looked at the defenses. Kirk Cousins, 2018 and 19. You know what the Vikings defense was ranked?
He played poor in those years.
No. Michael, he
didn't
had
play
decent
good.
But Michael, he had decent. But that's my point. The Vikings, those first 2 years, Kirk, they had a defense. They had an offense. Why couldn't you bring them past the second
what
round?
was the scores of the games? I'm just curious. Like, what did the opponent score them? Was it more than 21 points? I'm just curious.
Well, if their defense is ranked 4 and 9, so I'm assuming they didn't point a lot of points.
The only team that Kirk actually played well against was the Saints.
Yeah, and that, who
anybody
cares?
But the thing is, though, Kirk seems to go as far as Dalvin Cook can go. And that's what happens when you have an above-average quarterback. Or, like, average. It's because he needs... My thing that bothers me about it, though, it's like... When you really look at the free agent market, when you go look at other quarterbacks available, it's like, why try to go find another one? Look how long it's taken some of these franchises to find one. I want you to really think about this shit, man. The Bills, for a long time, had nobody before Josh Allen. The Browns.
Look at the Jets.
The Jets still don't have one. Well, I'm not going to lie. We're not going to say Zach Wilson in it because we don't know.
We still don't know. You
but
can
my point
list
is,
a lot of teams. The Dolphins.
there's so many quarters. I think that Kirk Cousins, and if he leaves that team, I think other teams could benefit from his talents. The Broncos, you're telling me the Broncos can't do better than...
I'm saying if the Vikings want to go to a Super Bowl, Michael, they're not going to go with Kirk.
They're not going to go with any of these other people
here's
either.
Here's his playoffs record. No, here's his... Yes, they could.
This is all my question.
They could.
I just want to say this. I want everybody to look me in my eyes.
Dude.
I never said Kirk's leading to a Super Bowl, but I want to know what other quarterback are they going to be able to sign that's not Aaron Rodgers? Take Aaron Rodgers out the way. Take Russell Wilson. Take Deshaun. Take the elites. I'm saying...
If you're going to go with another quarterback.
Like above average quarterback, who's taking them Super Bowl? Nobody. Yeah. So why are we talking about that? Why is that the standard?
If you're going to compare quarterback to quarterback, you'll be like, Kirk, I think's better than Teddy.
And you know what's stupid too?
I mean,
2 quarterbacks go to the Super Bowl every year. Carrie, am I fucking right or am I wrong?
And Kirk's peak is higher than a lot of those other ones.
No, what I'm saying is if 2 teams go every fucking year, why are we going to criticize the other 30 quarterbacks for not going?
Right.
You're not going to criticize the rest. Matt Stafford.
Hey, you know what's funny?
He's prime example,
I'm going to name players. Hey, I'm going to name these players. I'd pick Matt Ryan on that fucking Vikings team. He's going to a Super Bowl. He's won an MVP. He can do it.
To the Super Bowl.
If they have Aaron, Michael, they have a better chance. What we talking about? Who has a better chance, Matt Ryan or Kirk Cousins to go to the Super Bowl?
I like Matt Ryan better than Kirk Cousins.
Thank you, everyone.
But he's a former MVP, stupid ass. Of course you would like him.
Michael, I can name Derek Carr. Put him on the Vikings.
No.
They're going.
No, we don't know
Yes,
that.
they are.
Derek Carr is the same thing. He's too up and down with.
Because he lost his whole team this year. He's gonna go over. He went 3-0 with a shittier team. He would have y'all sound really goofy.
He stopped it.
I know.
It already ended, dumbass. It already ended. You have to be goofy.
I will put fucking Santa ass on this thing.
Yeah, put Santa's ass. Put Michael's face on Santa right there.
Matthew's just mad because me and Michael spoke the truth.
I
The
know.
truth is, Chris, what do you think? Chris, what do you think of that?
Pick him. Matthew Stafford, pick him. Ben Roethlisberger, pick him.
I just want to know what other quarterbacks like.
Derek Carr, Matt Ryan.
I looked at the free agent market, and it's like
it's not really pretty.
I'm not saying that
Carson Wentz. Oh my God! All these QBs.
Wait. What if like the Vikings talk like doing like a rumor for Taysom Hill coming back to the Vikings and Teddy Bridgewater?
They're not going to bring him.
I just shot myself.
They're not. The point is, Michael and Carrie.
I swear to God, Carrie, you're fucking bald. Your barber actually canceled on your stupid ass.
I'm not talking about your mom on here. Tell us that a little.
Point blank.
his mom's dead.
If
My dad.
Yeah, now your dad's.
Now we're related. No, wait. My dad is actually playing for the 49ers. That's my favorite team, but thank you.
What did he say?
End of the day, Vikings.
Where are we at? We're closing this out.
Vikings, if you keep Kirk Cousins, you're not going anywhere. Just like Carrie's hairline's not going anywhere.
Hey, Vikings.
And Michael's nose is
Hey,
getting better.
Vikings, sign Matthew because he thinks he's a fucking GM. Stupid ass can't draft his own fantasy team, and yeah, he's gonna talk about this dumb shit.
second mothers.
Look, Vikings, if you want to be like these other teams, don't sign him. But guess what? You might be in quarterback hell for a really long
If you
sign
sign him, my only advice to you is if you sign him, take our advice. Get a reasonable deal.
All you got to do is bump up the O-line.
Just get some draft picks on the O-line. Beef up your defense. You already got the wide receivers.
Carrie, look at my eyes. Teron Armstead.
Well, he's a free agent.
That's what I'm saying.
Pick him up. He's going to be hurt
man?
like 12 games out of 17. You got
Okay,
to.
no one cares. Okay, Chris, before we end this episode, I want to thank Chris for being on this podcast. It makes me happy. But before we do end it, we have a special montage right behind us. Chris has actual moments with Davante Adams. They are best friends. Chris, can you explain those moments?
And I'm embarrassed for you.
Oh man, there's like a lot of memories. So this is Devontae and I were actually hanging out at school.
Keep your arm down.
We were actually hanging
out at school. What the fuck?
You already know.
What's the next one?
This is us hanging out whenever we were kids. Okay. So this is us whenever we were in college.
Dude, that's crazy. It looks that good.
And this is us whenever we were playing in the NFL.
Dude, I can't believe he caught that.
that
I know, right?
Did you throw that to him?
Yeah, I did.
He
I
did.
threw it to him. I did.
He was
yeah.
the QB.
He asked Kirk
Yeah,
Cousins.
I was a QB.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that special moment that happened? Like,
Oh, I'll never forget this moment. I love this moment till I die. This was actually me coming to Devontae Adams' wedding.
Oh shit! I
dude,
didn't know he
you
was
look
married.
good in the tux.
I know, right?
You look good.
I know, right?
What
Just
the
dumb and
fuck?
dumber. I don't know.
All right, now this picture's gonna be Carrie sitting in a barber seat.
No, fat ass and less fatter ass.
No.
Oh my god, so funny. Yo, I'm
cool.
happy. This is the end of the episode.
Matthew's not smart, everybody.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I'm
We do
happy.
that.
Again, I win. Thank you, everybody. Chris, thank you. Don't worry about what Carrie
Matthew
said.
doesn't
Look at
win.
that. Carrie's lame.
Look,
Jeez.
turn that
Next
shit
time.
down so we can thank the fucking subscribers.
No, we don't want to take them.
Look, thank everybody who's watching.
Jesus.
We're gonna be doing very special things too. I know we weren't doing as great as we could have been, but look, we're really gonna improve. My boy Carrie's done with school for a little bit. We're about to take this shit to the next level.
In the
Let's
future,
go, little
it's gonna
bitches.
be you see us, and now you don't.
John Cena.
Thank you, Kirk, for being on the episode.
Oh snap!
I spy with my little eye.
Booty.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Okay. Spank your